First of all, monumental thanks to Rex Reed, who broke his ankle 7 weeks ago and yet hobbled all the way down from the Dakota to be here to pay tribute to one of his dear friends. One of the great ladies of American stage, screen, and television, and I'm so happy. And this is a program that I've wanted to do for many, many years, and finally, about 2 months ago, Peter at the Triad was boasting about the wonderful new projection system he had installed, so I figured now is a good time to do it, and Rex so graciously consented to be part of it. So everybody, a big, big hand for Rex Reed. There's no way we could celebrate POLLY without Rex. Well, JP, bring down the lights and run clips, the first 2 clips, which are actually numbers 2 and 3.
Fred Allen used to tell a story about being on a bill with a fellow who did an act just like that. This fellow called himself the Marvelous Murphy, and according to Fred, he'd bend over a chair and pick up a handkerchief in his teeth. And then for an encore, he'd pick up his teeth. Now, let's have a little beauty in our lives, and a lovely voice to listen to as well. The fabulous Miss Polly BERGEN.
A chair is still a chair, even though there's no one sitting there. But a chair is not a house, and a house is not a home when there's no one there to hold you tight and no one there you can kiss goodnight. A room is still a room, even though there's nothing there but gloom. Two of us are far apart, and one of us has a broken heart. Now and then I call your name, and suddenly your face appears, but it's all a crazy game. When it ends in tears. Darling, have a heart. Don't let one mistake keep us apart. No one to talk with, all by myself. No one to walk with. I'm happy on myself. Ain't misbehaving. I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, and I'm saving my love. Oh, Jack Horner, in the corner, don't go nowhere. What do I care? What do I care? Your kisses, oh, what I'm thinking of. Believe me, I don't see how to leave. Oh, place to go. I'm the whole life. Me and my radio ain't misbehaving. I'm saving my love for you. Ain't misbehaving. I'm saving my
It was really just wonderful, Polly. Just really wonderful, dear.
That was great.
Only the beginning, folks.
She was good.
So I knew Polly a tiny bit, but it was all from you, because you used to bring her as your date and your +1 to the Carlisle and to the Oak Room. I got to talk to her a number of times, but it was always through you. So thank you for sharing her with me a tiny little bit.
Well, we actually, she really was one of my very, very
I
best
know,
friends.
I know.
And I just loved her dearly, and because she was somebody who seemed to be able to do everything equally well, it always surprised me that she had so little self-confidence, you know. And it was really because from childhood, she felt like there was so much that she had to accomplish and so much she had to prove. She was 145 pounds when she was 11. And all of her life, she felt like she was inadequate in some way, which is ridiculous because everything she did, she excelled at. She was a great businesswoman. When I met her, we were both panelists on To Tell the Truth, and she said to me, "Have you had lunch yet?" You know, we used to tape those things during the day and then they were shown at night. They were not live, they were pre-recorded. And so she said, "Have you had lunch?" And I said, "No." She said, "Come with me, I'm going to take you to 21 for lunch." She had a, no, what's going here? Anyway, she had a charge account at 21, and she said, "I don't have to pay." And she didn't. I mean, everything was paid for by Revlon because she had this contract for oil of the turtle. You know, she was she had all of these beauty products. That she designed shoes. She designed earrings. She, in addition to being a marvelous singer and a movie star, she was a businesswoman. And when she sold that, I took a few notes here so that I would know what I'm talking about and not make mistakes. Anyway, she sold the business in, what year was it that she sold the business? Anyway, she sold it for millions of dollars, and her third husband stole every nickel of her money. She was very smart, and she gave the impression of being totally together, and yet in her personal life, she made a lot of terrible mistakes. She was married 3 times, and she never got it right. And she cared more about her friends, I think, really than the husbands. But the third husband stole everything and invested it in all kinds of bogus businesses, just like Doris Day's husband.
It's a parallel.
Just like Doris' husband. You know, the business manager that Doris's husband assigned to her stole $65 million. She never got it all back. She won every case, but she didn't get it all back. And Polly, it was just taken from her by her husband. her first husband was the very handsome and very talented Jerome Cortland, and Jerome Cortland was the big star. Polly was nobody. And when they married, and then Polly's career, it was like A Star Is Born. Her career went sky high, and Jerome Cortland's went downhill. And so that marriage was 5 years, but they ended up being great friends. But her second marriage to Freddie Fields lasted much longer. And that was really the love of her life. He was her PR man, her manager, her agent, and she really depended on him for everything. She left New York and went to California to be with him, and out there she was not only a big star, but she was the hostess with the mostest. She became really, really a big mover and shaker in Beverly Hills. So she lived on Roxbury Drive, and her neighbor was Ira Gershwin. And between them, to separate them, was Agnes Moorehead. And then right across the street was Lucille Ball, and on the corner was Jimmy Stewart.
Rosemary Clooney was on the
Rosemary
street.
Clooney and Jean Crane, and right next door was Jack Benny. So it was quite a neighborhood. I mean, you didn't have to go anywhere to drop names. All you had to do is call your neighbors. And so she lived 2 lives, one in New York on the stage, and one in Hollywood making movies. And everybody, I've never been able to find anybody who didn't like Polly, except one. She only hated one person, and that was Jerry Lewis. She made 3 movies with him and just hated him, couldn't stand him. She never had one good thing to say about him, but the one person who many years later I heard coming out of his own mouth, I was at a film festival where they honored Farley Granger. And he loved everybody. Everything was very positive and very wonderful. And he said, "Oh, come on! You spent all those years in Hollywood and making movies. There must have been somebody you didn't like." He said, "Okay, Polly Bergen."
Oh, no.
And so I asked Polly about that. I said, "What is that all about? Farley Granger hated you?" She says, "I'll tell you exactly what it was about. We did a Broadway musical together, First Impressions. It was the musical version of
Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice." And 2 of her sisters, by the way, in that were Marty Stevens and Phyllis Newman.
Right.
But Farley Granger was her leading man. And when she had to kiss him, he stuck his tongue down her throat. And she went to the director and said, "Look, this has got to go. You have to talk to him, because if he does it one more time, I'm out of here. I'm not opening in the show." And he did. He was reprimanded. And that's why he went through life not liking Polly Bergen, remembering all of that. But anyway, she had quite a double life, and she accomplished so much. And you're going to see examples of what I'm talking about tonight. You've picked some good stuff to show.
Well, one thing Rex suggested was don't show that much of the early stuff before she became Polly. But we do have some, I am sharing the very first piece of footage of any kind, or footage or recording, which is a show from 1949 called Hollywood House. And you'll see the titles. You can see this is really, really primitive early television. And the background music is just a jazz trio playing, and Polly spells her name B-U-R-G-I-N, original spelling.
That's her birth name. I mean, that's the way he spelled it.
So we'll see a couple of these black and white clips. Okay, by the way, big hand for our tech guy and projectionist, JP.
Yo!
You can applaud in French, it would be appreciated. So JP, start with, I think it's clip number 4.
on, Mikey. First of all, Polly's speed. It's G-net from Mr. Polly.
That's right, Alan.
I'm sure he has it.
That was really swell. I've got something else that I'd like to say to you, though.
Yes, I know. You've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, and one of them is your head.
Don't worry, Richard, don't.
She would just kill you if she knew you were showing all that stuff. Because she hated all of that early stuff, and it doesn't look like her. It doesn't look like Polly to me. But if she saw this kind of stuff, and when she died, she gave me everything, every movie, every piece of film that she had on her. She gave it all to me, and she said, "But don't show it to anybody." She says, "This will prove to you why I have this lifelong need for self-improvement." But she always looked wonderful, I think. But she became a great beauty later on. I wanted to tell you something about Ira Gershwin, because she did live. They were neighbors, and she said that she had a black cat named Tinkerbell, and Ira Gershwin stole her cat because he loved that cat. And he and his wife went out and bought very expensive. They bought lobster and crab meat and all that stuff to feed the cat, and the cat went home with them and never came back. So she never forgave Ira Gershwin, cat. She never, or at the opening of Cats, as Joey Adams turned to me and said, "This is a catastrophe." Anyway, she always included, deliberately, in every act she ever did, she always included one song by Ira Gershwin, with Ira Gershwin lyrics. And that includes everybody he wrote with. I mean, she did stuff that he wrote with Harold Arlen and Harry Warren, and Vincent Youmans. I mean, she loved his work, but she never liked him because she never got her cat back.
All right, roll the next clip.
It's very
Oh, this is
gracious
from
of
the
my husband to
Stooges.
ask me to sing a song, particularly this song, A Girl Named Mary. Music by Bill Miller, words by Ted Rogers.
The world looks rosy.
Oh, what a rosy-colored hue.
Up on Sweetheart Hill.
Even a cabaret will do.
For a girl named Mary.
Mary's what I answer to.
A boy named Bill.
Well, how do you know that must be you? Come on, get cozy.
Oh, what a wonderful idea.
Says the whippoorwill.
How did he ever get in here?
To a girl named
By the most
Mary.
peculiar sky.
And a boy named Bill.
Not me did you drop aside.
Where there's a sky that's full of moonlight.
And a Mary full of charm.
There really ought to be a William
Right?
snuggling in your arms.
So if I kiss you.
What makes you think you won't?
And I think that I will.
You're crazy if you don't believe me. It's the only thing to do.
So true, for you're my Mary.
And you're my Bill.
You're Bill. And it's wonderful to be in love with you.
Oh, Heinz.
Oh, better not drink anymore.
I want to celebrate for my pal Bill. I can celebrate.
This is for your own good.
So
Come on,
if I
man. I want to
kiss
finish something.
you.
Come on. Come on.
It's the only thing to do. For you're my Mary.
And you're my Bill.
And it's wonderful to be in love.
The
Still a terrible song.
Yeah. Mac David and Bob Hilliard.
Well, they wrote other much better
They
stuff.
wrote some better songs too.
I have, you know, it's very difficult to talk about somebody that you know intimately and really love. It's easier to have an opinion about somebody you don't know at all. And I've went through so many years of so many experiences with Polly, and now I'm having a hard time remembering them, and I don't know what would interest you, but I've got to tell you that she never stopped making me laugh. She never stopped proving new meanings of the word friendship, loyalty, and devotion to her friends. She cared more about that than show business. And she could have been the biggest movie star in the world, but she didn't have that kind of ambition. Her ambition sort of matched her definition of success. Her definition of success was making the people you love happy, and whether it's singing or acting or whatever. And so consequently, she turned down a lot of things. She had some very, very important roles as an actress, but Gregory Peck, who adored her, they co-starred in Cape Fear, and he just loved Polly, and he offered her the lead in On the Beach. And she said, I don't want to go to Australia. She didn't have this driving ambition to be a big star. She just didn't. And she turned down a lot of things. And On the Beach went to Ava Gardner, and it became one of her most successful roles, and it could have been Polly's. And there were a lot of other things too. She turned down a big Broadway musical to co-star with Burt Reynolds. and there were other examples, but she was so, she really did combine glamour and sophistication and a great sense of humor and a big blazing talent. All of that was combined, and I just had a feeling like she could do anything. On the hottest day of the summer one year, she got out there in a halter and some shorts and completely repaired my lawnmower. She took it apart, put it all back together. Now, a friend like that is valuable. And another time, and this is one of my favorite stories about Polly. One time we went to, we spent the weekend with Marge Champion up in Stockbridge, Massachusetts, and we had a formal thing to go to in Williamstown, having to do with the Williamstown Theater Festival, and we had to get back to New York because we had another formal thing we had to go to. We get in the car and we hit the Taconic Parkway on the way to New York, and in the middle of the Taconic we had a flat tire. Polly got out on the highway and changed the tire in an evening dress, and it was so hot and she was perspiring, so she took everything off except her panties and bra, and she repaired that, she changed that tire in panties and bra, and there were people driving by taking pictures. I mean, how many times do you see Polly Bergen on the side of the Taconic Parkway changing a tire in her panties and bra? And that's one of the stories that I just have never been able to forget because it makes me laugh every time I think of it. And one of her closest friends, well, she didn't stay with me in New York, she stayed with Phyllis Newman because they had remained very good friends ever since First Impressions on Broadway. And she sometimes stayed with Phyllis and Adolph Green. And we went one night, I went over there, and Polly and I, Adolph said, "Do you want to see a movie?" And we said, "Yes, we would love that." And he said, "Well, we have everything we've ever done. Is there anything you want to see?" And at that time it was not available on DVD, but I loved It's Always Fair Weather. And that was a movie that I happen to think was one of the cleverest MGM musicals.
I agree.
Really good
Andre
movie.
Previn.
Yes, Andre Previn wrote the score. So they put the movie on. Polly and I are sitting there. We both had seen the movie, but we were happy to see it again on a real screen, a big screen. This was not on the TV set. And so we're watching the movie, and Phyllis's son said, on came this big number, thanks a lot, but no thanks.
Right.
And he says, "What? You just ruined the story, thank you." No, I'm kidding. Anyway, he kept saying, "Mommy, who is that? Shh, who is that lady? Be quiet." An ugly lady who worked with Daddy. Polly and I laughed about that. After that, that was one thing that always made us laugh was that description of Dolores Gray. But there were many stories like that, and I loved her. All of the shows that she did on television. She was on every show.
She was on television so much, it's hard to believe she was also doing theater and film.
I know.
She was on television, plus the game shows were a whole career, the variety shows, and she had her own show for one season.
She was the mystery guest on What's My Line several times. And she was a regular on To Tell the Truth. That's where I met her. We both did the panel on To Tell the Truth.
What year was that? 1960 or later?
No, it was before that.
Well, I came to New York in 1960, so this had to be the 70s.
Okay.
It was the 70s because I kind of started doing things pretty fast.
Yes.
I never had a job. I just started writing for the New York Times very quickly.
That's pretty good.
And we really did become great friends. She made the greatest chili in the world. And she really made great chili. And I managed to recruit her for the March of Dimes big food contest in Connecticut. And she made her chili. with this, and she won the prize, but also competing against her was Joan Rivers. And Joan Rivers also made chili. And her chili, she bought a dozen McDonald's hamburgers, and she took all the meat out of the hamburgers and tore it up and poured barbecue sauce on it, and that was her chili. Needless to say, Polly won.
Yeah.
Not Joan Rivers.
Not much of a contest. All right,
What do you got next?
JP, go to the next two. More in the black and white period.
Down to Quantico, Virginia.
This is the first Sullivan show we have with Polly, 1953.
President Eisenhower and their team and 1,800 Marines. We open the show. The girls are going to meet right now. Here is the lovely Polly Bergen. So let's have a very nice hand.
That looks more like my Polly.
Icy fingers up down my spine. The same old witchcraft.
She's 23 here.
Same old fingers that I inside, and then that man I start to cry. That's on the tide. I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name, and I'm afraid with such a burning desire that only your kiss can put out the fire.
Presenting the three lives of Polly Bergen.
Where we take you to the foothills of Tennessee to show you Polly Bergen as she used to be. He's in a recording studio.
Bare your soul to me, my darling. Let your words like rivers flow. Tell me all your hidden secrets. No one else will ever know. Long ago, did someone hurt you, break your heart, and let you go? Tell me what your heart is hiding. No one else will ever know. Why are you afraid to hold me, even though you want me? Don't you know that once you hold me, all your fears will disappear? Hold me close and I'll kiss me, and I'll never let you go. You and I will share a secret no one else will ever know.
Polly number 3 is sophisticated, and chic. Sing for the suppers and supper club. She's our girl of the week, every week.
Get out of town before it's too late, my love. Get out of town, be good to me, please. Why wish me harm? Why not retire to a farm and be contented to charm? Birds of the tree, just please. I give for you much too much. When you're near, close to me, we touch too much. You're true and we need it. Better sweet like darling, it gave me that thought. You're my get there. Leave me alone. Get away from me, boy. You bother me.
You were just wonderful, Polly.
Thank you very much, Perry.
And to show you how much I appreciate your coming on our show and being so great, I think I can fix it up for you for a contract with a big organization.
What is it? Tell me. 20th Century Fox, Paramount?
No, MGM.
MGM?
Yes, ma'am. Molly Goldberg's membership.
Oh.
Molly, come here, sweetie. Molly, this is Polly Molly.
I'm very pleased to know you, Mr. Goldberg. Likewise. It's beautiful. Just beautiful. So do you think you can sing it on New Year's Party? New Year's. Oh, gee, I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Goldberg, but I'm afraid I'm already booked for that night. How about next year, 1957? Well, if we're living, if not, we'll discuss it further. Well, tell me, Perry, why don't you sing at Mrs. Goldberg's party?
Well, right now, I think I'd better sing something for our little party.
Well, I would love to hear that, Perry.
Well, first, we have a word from another sponsor, not Zima.
Now, Zima, what happened to Dora Maya? Couldn't she afford to sponsor the whole show?
This is another sponsor.
Oh.
You don't dig the sponsor stuff at all.
So we had a clip of Ed Sullivan, and we told the story about Dolores Gray. A very quick Ed Sullivan, Dolores Gray story. In 1967, when she was in Sherry, the musical version of The Man Who Came to Dinner, she's a guest on Sullivan.
Oh, God,
and this is not. This actually happened. We have the footage, and Sullivan introduces her and says, "And now, currently starving on Broadway, the great Dolores Gray." And Dolores, she cracks up at that. Starving on Broadway. Well, with that show, I guess that was. You saw it?
I did too.
Anybody see Sherry?
I did.
Marianne. Oh, Marianne reminded me. We were originally going to do this a month ago, but as you saw, Rex unfortunately broke his ankle, and by a weird coincidence, yesterday was Polly's birthday.
Yes.
We didn't know that when we planned this, so thank you, Marianne, for pointing that out. So the next clip we have is Playhouse 90, Helen Morgan.
Oh.
Well, let me say something about that first. Only, as you saw, this was very early Polly stuff that you've been seeing. But in only 5 years after all of this, she got the role of Helen Morgan, and it was her. It was, first of all, she was appearing at the plaza, and there was a knock on her dressing room door. She opened the door, and there was a little old lady standing there, and she said, "I'm Helen Morgan's mother, and you are the person I want more than anybody else to play my daughter." Polly was, of course, thrilled to death, and she wanted desperately to do the movie of the Helen Morgan story, and Warner Brothers refused to let her do it because they wanted Ann Blythe. And Ann Blythe did the movie, and it was a disaster. I remember once in a conversation with Paul Newman, I said, "You've been very clever about your career. You've managed to make only good films, and you've always chosen the films that you've done, and you haven't had any lapses. And that really accounts for your career to a great degree, because you've been in only good things." Pause, and he said, "Obviously, you never saw the Helen Morgan story." Not a good film, but instead of the movie, Polly got Playhouse 90. She got the live television production of it, and she won the Emmy Award. And the production she did is absolutely memorable. You can see it at the Paley Center.
Yes.
If you go over there, you can watch it, check it out like a book. And it had Sylvia Sidney and Hoagie Carmichael.
Right.
It was a wonderful cast, and Polly was fabulous. And she won the Emmy Award. And she told me that the one thing she would never forget about that was that she had to, it was all live, and she had to have this very dramatic number. She had a lot of numbers, and I don't remember which song it was, but she had a very dramatic number, and she absolutely lost it in the number, acting right down below her dress. There were 3 women on the floor sewing her costume together. This was live television, and all kinds of things happened on live television. But 3 women in her most dramatic number were down below with needles and threads, and they were sewing her costume together. And that was the thing that she really remembered the most about doing that show. But yes, that really proved that she could act.
Oh, it's really a masterpiece of live TV, and there's like 14 different sets, and the way they coordinate the whole thing, it is just amazing. And what makes it much better than the Warner's movie is, as you mentioned, it was Helen Morgan's mother that offered Polly, gave Polly the idea to do it on television, but and they tell it through the mother's point of view. Sylvia Sidney as the mother narrates the whole thing, and that makes it really poignant. And we're just going to see, it's more of a drama than a musical. She does sing, but she doesn't do any big numbers. It's only like, every number is only like a minute or 90 seconds. So right now we'll just see a minute from that, and then later on in the 60s, she would occasionally do a Helen Morgan medley. So when we get to it in the chronology, we'll see a whole
Well,
Helen
she
Morgan.
did do an album that was a
That's right,
best-selling album.
and it was a huge hit.
And
Bergen Sings Morgan.
Absolutely, yes.
That was one of her most successful. Yeah, by this point she was making albums and singles for Columbia Records, and selling a lot.
What do you have from that?
I have Can't Help Loving That Man. It might be the number you're talking about, because you really can't see the bottom of her dress. But it might not. I don't know. She's on the piano, so it's almost like they're operating the Muppets down there. But yeah, you don't really see. But maybe on the screen you'll see it. Anyhow, JP, give us the next two numbers, the next two clips. After that is Cape Fear.
Marilyn.
Goes away. That's a rainy day. And when he comes back, that day is fine. The sun will shine. He can't come home as late as can be. Home without him ain't no home. That man of mine.
Still be here, the only further of them is just mere dancers. They were precisionists. I scoured the country to get the most precise, most exacting dancers I could find.
You know, Phil, they were always behind me. I don't think I ever saw them.
You kidding?
No.
You never did see them,
No.
did you? Is there anybody left in the control room? Oh, Eddie, do me a favor. Will you run the tape on Miss Bergen's number? I wanted to see it. Come over by the monitor, honey. You'll see it. You'll see dancing. You'll see grace. You'll see precision.
Life's great, life's grand, future, all planned. No more clouds in the sky. While we ride high. Ring bells, sing songs, blow horns, beat drums. Our love never will die. Rockin', reelin', stand up, revealing the reason we're feeling this way. Miss Polly Bergen.
Together beyond the crowd, above the world, we're not too proud to cling together. We're strong as long as we get alone together. The blinding rain, the starless night was not in vain, for we're together
So she did a lot with Phil Silvers.
It's interesting. It's interesting how she could divvy up her talents. I mean, she would do all of these television things, all of these musical numbers, stop the show all the time, Broadway musicals, Broadway plays, moving back and forth between Beverly Hills and New York City. She had an apartment in New York and one and a house in California, and yet she always managed to stand out in all of these things. And after her triumph, really winning the Emmy in Helen Morgan on Playhouse 90, she did a movie that also went down in history as one of her great triumphs. It was a movie called Cape Fear, and she became very, very, very close. I think in more ways than one, to Robert Mitchum. She and Mitchum really had a great friendship, and he always shocked her. Now I don't know if you have the footage. Okay, there is a scene. You must watch what happens in this. He has the footage. Totally not in the script. Totally improvised. She never knew what Mitchum was going to do in any scene. Of course, he was the villain. She was supposed to be terrified in the scene. She has, I think this is the scene where she has very little on, low-cut thing, and it's in the kitchen of the houseboat. He comes into the kitchen, and he tries to rape her, and in order to make the scene more interesting, he took all of these eggs that were on the counter and just smeared them all over. Rubbed the eggs all into her breasts. And you'll see in the scene that the look on her face is one that could never be rehearsed. She looks like she is in a state of complete shock, which is exactly what happened. And they left it all in the film.
Because they're eggs, she's shell-shocked.
Yes.
Oh, well.
Completely improvised. And it was none of that was in the script.
And later they did 2 miniseries together, right? The Winds of War and the sequel. Well, they were on better terms in that movie.
Oh, they were. They ended up being in very good terms.
Yeah.
Didn't seem to bother him at all that he was married.
You got to hand it to the director, Thompson. The idea of Robert Mitchum and Polly Bergen making love, and he manages to make that into a really terrifying thing, you know.
Absolutely. She did another very dramatic film with Joan Crawford, too, where she was in a mental institution. And she said, well, that was easy to do because anything with Joan Crawford you could easily imagine being sent off to a mental institution. But her movies were few and far between. She didn't do a lot of films, but the movies that she was always very good at everything. She was nominated for another Emmy for, I don't know if it was Winds of War or War in Remembrance, but it was one of those two.
Winds of War.
Yeah, and yet she was never nominated, you know, for an Oscar or anything. And she didn't win a Tony Award.
She got nominated, though. We'll go to that.
Yeah.
So by the mid-'60s, she's been doing TV variety shows for 15 years, and instead of it dwindling, just the opposite. She does more and more. She does a ton of shows in the mid-'60s, and every variety show, particularly the ones with male hosts, male singers like Andy Williams, Perry Como, Dean Martin, they all want her on, not just once, but a couple of times every season. So the next few clips are really great from the Andy Williams show, and they're just, I mean, she's wonderful with everybody, and she's particularly great with Andy Williams. So JP, run the next 2 together if you can. This is 1966, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, the very lovely and very talented Miss Polly Bergen.
Just like a clock on a ticking top, but nothing was a kick. But now I'm glad I'm living, 'cause I know what makes me tick. I never seen so sweet before, like all the world's a candy store. And though it's been there all the time,
Unlike the kid who found a dime,
it's all for me. It's all for me. Yes, it's all for me. It's good to be
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Polly Bergen.
I'd love to last past Saturday night. I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of love. I need a love that's on the square. Can't seem to find somebody who cares. I'm on a lonely road that leads me nowhere. I need a Sunday kind of love. I do my Sunday dreaming and all my Sunday scheming, every minute, every hour, every day. I'm hoping to discover a certain kind of lover who will show me my arms need someone to enfold, to keep me warm when Mondays are cold. A love for my life, to have and to hold. I want it someday. I need it one day. With the happy people,
Have your fun, live in the land of joy. Joy, joy.
stay with the happy people.
Face the sun, life is a Christmas toy.
Down through the endless ages, tears have been contagious. you just take it from me that melody is walking around for company. So stay, stay, stay with the happy people.
Don't wrinkle your brow, it's strictly out of style.
Just stay with the people who always wear a smile. Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy. Make just one heart the heart you sing to. One smile that cheers you. One face that lights when it needs you. One man you're everything to.
There are girls just right for some kissing, and I mean to kiss me a few. Oh, those girls don't know what they're missing. I've got a lot of living, an awful lot of living. Got an awful lot of living to do.
Forget your troubles, go on, get happy, and take all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy, get ready for the judgment day.
The sun is shining, come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're going to the promised land. We're heading across the river, wash your sins away in the tide. It's all so peaceful on the other side.
Nothing's impossible, I have found, but when my chin is on the ground, I pick myself up, I dust myself off, start all over again.
Don't lose your confidence if you slip. Be grateful for a pleasant trip. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, start all over again.
Live like a soul inspired, till the battle of the day is won. You may be sick and tired, but you'll be a man, my son. Will you remember the famous man who had to fall and rise again? Take a deep breath, pick yourself up, and start all over again.
Happy talk, keep talking happy talk.
Talk about things you like to do.
Gotta have a dream.
If you don't have a dream,
Ah, you gotta have a dream come true.
talk about a star,
Talk about a star,
looking like a star,
looking like a
peeking through the branches of a tree.
talk about a boy,
Talk about
talk about a girl,
talk about
counting all the ripples on the sea.
happy talk, just keep talking happy talk. Talk about things like me and you. Talk about things you like to do.
You gotta have a dream.
If you don't have a dream, how you gonna have a dream come true? You gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you ever gonna have a dream come true? Gotta have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how you ever gonna have a dream?
I cut it there. There's a dance number that follows. But we're going to have more Andy and Polly in a minute, so.
Well, it did, you know, she was especially good, I think, at torch songs. She did, she had that wonderful kind of burnished voice. And it doesn't hurt if you're going to sing that kind of music. It doesn't hurt to also be gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
she looked so wonderful.
And way before the Helen Morgan project, she's doing a lot of torch songs and a lot of slow, sad, slow, sad
Well,
songs.
one of the reasons that she was so good at singing that kind of music was because she had this wonderful kind of throaty, smoky voice. And you don't find many singers today who sing like that. And I always attributed that to the fact that she's, for 50 years, smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day for 50 years. And we gave up smoking together, as a matter of fact, with Nicorette gum. And the two of us together did that. And when she used to go to California, she was such an addict, nicotine addict, that when she would go to California, she would have to take 2 planes, because she would take one plane only as far as Chicago, and she would get off the plane in Chicago and smoke, and then get another plane on to Los Angeles. That went on every time she got on an airplane. She couldn't go long distances. She had to only go a short distance because she needed a cigarette too bad. And this is after they banned cigarettes. But when she died from, what is that called?
Emphysema? Emphysema.
COPD, yeah, that's what she died of. And she had all kinds of respiratory problems. And we used to go to the theater, and she could not walk from the theater on 45th Street. She could not walk through Schubert Alley to Sardi's because she couldn't breathe. And that really is what did her in eventually. And it's also one of the reasons that she gave up working as a singer. It was just too hard for her. But we're going to see later on that she did have a triumphant finale. She did sing, she stopped the show in Follies.
Oh, God.
And you'll see,
we'll build to
some of that. But anyway, I love the way she sang throaty songs. I'm sorry that it took what it did to get to that quality in her voice, because it's what killed her. But it paid off in her singing, as you can hear. And today there's nobody, you can't hear this kind of music. I mean, is anybody as sick and tired as I am of turning on the television and hearing nothing but all of this screaming rock and roll?
Yes,
or rap?
yes.
Or even worse, yeah, rap. But there would be no room for a Polly Bergen now.
It's a sad thing to have to say. So in 1965, this is 65, she's not only doing movies, Broadway, recordings, and when I say TV, she's doing game shows and variety shows and acting roles. And at this point, as Rex mentioned earlier, she starts Oil of the Turtle Cosmetics.
Yes.
This is all 1965. And she's headlining multiple times a year for long runs at the Persian Room in the Hotel Plaza. And that might be what she's known for almost better than anything. Anybody that ever went to the Plaza, talks about the legend of Polly Bergen.
And everybody went to see her.
Everybody went to see her. These were long runs. It wasn't just, it wasn't just 3 nights at Birdland. It would be for like a month.
Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio went to see her. They were there every time she opened. All the people in the music business were there. The Kennedys went to see her. Jackie O went to see her religiously. People really did respect the way she sang. Rightfully so. But you can't hear that today. Where do you hear that? Even on major shows like the Today Show and Saturday Morning on CBS and all of these network shows, you don't hear don't hear this kind of music.
No, it's a bygone era.
Well, and
we can come down to the Triad.
That's what I love and write about all the time, but it's very hard to find.
Well, we have more footage from Andy Williams. JP, run the next 3 clips. The first one has Polly introducing the act that she discovered and sponsored, Sandler and Young.
Oh, God, yes.
And she was, they always gave her credit for discovering them. She heard them somewhere and brought them into the Persian room and to work with her. And she also brought them onto Ed Sullivan and to Andy Williams. So you'll see Tony Sandler and Ralph Young with Polly here on the Andy Williams show. And then she does one number with Andy, and the ultimate Andy Williams expert is a guy named Dave Rose who lives in Germany. And I asked him, what the hell is this song? It's a very fast jazz waltz. And he said that this is the only time in the history of the universe that this song appears. At least he can't figure out what it is. So if anybody recognizes it, let me know, because I'd love to know. So we're going to have more Polly on the Andy Williams show, and then a couple of really great clips from the Hollywood Palace, and we'll build to her 11 o'clock number, I'm Still Here. So that'll be our finale. So get set, fasten your seatbelts. Anyhow, here's more from the Andy Williams.
Got a few surprises for you if you will listen to the facts. It'll only take a moment more. You settle back and just relax. Here comes a gal, and once you've met her, you'll never ever be the same. Once you heard her sing, you won't forget her. Polly Bergen is her name. Hello, Polly.
Really a beautiful dress.
Ah, thank you.
You know, I run into you at premieres and parties and things all the time, and I've never seen you wear the same dress twice. I mean, you've got to keep your designer working nights.
No, just my husband.
I know what you mean. Why do you think I'm working nights?
I'll see you later.
Okay.
And this is my moment.
Polly, that was just great.
Ah, thank you, Andy.
You know, I know that you're opening at the Plaza Hotel in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen the act that you do. It's just great.
Ah, I'm glad you like it.
Oh, it's wonderful. I want to tell you that if you haven't seen it, there are two young guys that work with Polly. One's an American, one's a Frenchman. And they're really wonderful. So I asked Polly if she would ask them to join us tonight.
And I said, of course.
So here they are, ladies and gentlemen, Tony Sandler
and Ralph Young.
I have a French ballad that I would very much like to sing. Would you please help me, Ralph?
Well, I don't speak the language, Tony.
Well, you see, I have everything on the paper.
Well, I'll do the best that I can. Can I have a French arpeggio, please?
Monsieur Beau, t'as le rythme dans la peau. Monsieur Beau, c'est toi qui donne le tempo. Ça balance comme ça. Quand tu fais 1, 2, 3, je vais ding 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 ding.
Oh non,
Monsieur Beau, ça balance terriblement avec ta oui, Monsieur Beau, le rideau des jeux incognito, je vais ding 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 ding.
Oh non,
When the Beatles sing, on every record, you always hear them sing, yeah, 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 yeah.
Ding ding ding.
Oh no,
do is to hope I win. Gonna build a mountain, gonna build it high. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, only know I'm gonna try.
Gonna build a daydream from my little hole. Gonna push that daydream out and slow. Gonna build a daydream, gonna see it through. Gonna build a mountain, gonna build a mountain too. Gonna build a heaven from a little heaven. Gonna build a heaven and a world. If I build my mountain with a lot of care and take my day on the mountain every day.
That's another beautiful dress.
I've
never seen it before.
You know, really, you are so sweet. You always notice things.
Oh, well, I don't. I did notice one thing, though.
What?
You carry the largest handbag I've ever seen in my whole life.
How can you say that?
Well, it looks like a shopping bag. It's enormous.
Oh, Andy, that's not a very nice thing to say to a woman.
Well, I didn't mean...
I mean, really, I only carry the things in my purse that I absolutely need.
Well, I'm sure you do.
A couple of lipstick, a powder, eyebrow pencil, comb, brush, can of hairspray, keys, driver's license, address book, perfume, all things I must have.
Well, then why is it that when I see you at a party and you always turn to the woman next to you and say, may I borrow your lipstick?
Because there's so much stuff in my purse I can't find my lipstick. Anyway, I think it's very mean of you to talk about us, because I think men are just as bad.
No.
And I really, yes, they are. The only difference is that they hide everything in their pockets.
Well, I mean, men only carry the bare essentials.
What do you consider bare essentials?
Well,
No, come on, let me see. What's in your pockets? Open up, come on. What have you got?
well, I've got a comb, I know that.
All right, a comb, right.
I've got a white handkerchief with some blue spots on it. And a leaky fountain pen. And, let's see what else.
Yeah.
Book of matches.
From the Playboy Club.
Oh, I borrowed those from Woody Allen. And,
Woody Allen.
Oh, not much. Parking lot ticket.
From the Playboy Club. You borrowed his car, too.
I must have one Woody's jacket.
Of course. What else have you got? Oh, can I see that?
Well, let's see
I'd
my
love to
wallet.
look at my wallets, please. Let me look. Oh, Andy, is that sweet? A picture of Greer Garson.
Well, you know, when you go in to buy those wallets, they always have a picture of a movie star inside them.
Sure. Don't you carry a picture of your wife in the wallet?
Yeah, right under Greer Garson.
I know. Oh, what's this?
Forget that.
Oh, Andy, come on. Andy, come on. I want to see it.
That's
please.
personal. And
Let
that's
me
fine.
read it,
No,
please.
I'm
I will
sorry.
tell us so. Come on,
I'm
please.
sorry, no.
Pretty, please. Pretty, please. Thank you. Moon River, wider than a mile. I'm crossing you.
Well, I can't remember the words. Come on. Let's sing something. Huh?
Something you know.
All right, something I hope.
What's yours, baby? What's yours? Champagne fountain,
Caviar Mountains, where to, sweetie, house of Edie. Baby, you can have whatever you want as long as you want me nearby, here with nearby. What's yours, baby? Music, maybe. Downbeat, no time, always showtime. Baby, you can have whatever you want as long as you want me with you. Laughing, singing, laughing and singing, and baby do. All night long we will be clinging. Hey there, boy, what trick to sing? What's yours, baby? What's yours? Hilltop flowers, rainbow showers, moonlight mayhem, till the AM. Baby, you can have whatever you want and New York yours. What's yours? And what's yours? And what's yours is me. What's yours, baby? What's yours? Champagne fountains, caviar mountains, where to, sweetie, house to heat. Baby, you can have whatever you want as long as you want me nearby, here with nearby. What's yours, baby? Music, maybe. Downbeat, no time, always showtime. Baby, you can have whatever you want as long as you want me with you. Laughing, singing, and you. All night long we'll be singing. Hey there, what you singing? What's yours, baby? What's yours? Hilltop flowers, rainbow showers, moonlight mayhem, till the AM. Baby, you can have whatever you want, so I say, what's yours? What's yours? But make sure that what's yours is, make sure that what's yours is, make sure that what's yours is me.
I think Eric Comstock and Barbara Fasano should revive that duet. One more Andy Williams show.
In the 1920s, Cafe Society in New York crowded into a supper club each night to hear one of the great torch singers of all time. Her name was Helen Morgan. When she sat on top of the piano and sang, the audience was so quiet you could hear a tear drop. Several years ago, the life story of Helen Morgan was dramatized on television. The young lady who portrayed Miss Morgan received an Emmy Award for her brilliant performance. Tonight she's going to recreate a few of the memorable songs from her award-winning performance. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Polly Bergen.
a giant brain and a noble head, like the heroes bold in the books I I'm not the kind that you would find in a statue. No, I can't explain. It's surely not his brain that makes me thrill. Because he's, I don't know, because he's just
And I know I told you this before, but you're really one of the most beautiful women in the whole world.
Andy, you are so gracious. Honestly, if it wasn't for the makeup, I'd give you a big kiss.
Go ahead. Smear my makeup. I don't care.
You.
Why don't we sing something?
Oh, no, we always sing. Why don't we dance? Please, Andy.
No.
Come on, just once, please.
I won't dance.
You're kidding.
I don't dance.
I don't believe it.
I won't dance.
I wish you would.
My heart won't let my feet do things that they should.
But I'm in a dancing mood, a gay romancing mood.
See, I'd do anything.
Whenever I'm with you.
I won't dance, I won't dance, I won't dance.
The music seems brighter, my troubles are lighter too. When I'm with you.
I won't dance, why should I? I won't dance, I won't dance. I'll tell you what, I know that music leads the way to romance. So if I hold you in my arms, I won't dance.
Polly, won't you dance with us? Won't dance with us, please dance with us. Polly, take a chance with us.
Around we go.
And when we hear a trombone sliding by, we'll all be gliding high up the
and dance with you, but only once around the floor.
Come on and take a chance with us and dance with us. Please dance with us. Come dance with us tonight.
Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3.
On a bright cloud of music, shall we fly?
1, 2, 3.
Shall we dance?
Follow me.
Shall we then say goodnight and mean goodbye? On the clear understanding that this kind of thing can happen, shall we dance? Shall we dance?
Shall we dance?
Look who's dancing, look who's on air, silly and dizzy and too dumb to care. Will you look who's floating like a flare? Said she said that we belong together.
Look who's dancing without a blush. Loony and spoony on moonlight and mush. Look who hasn't got a wrinkle on his brow. Look who's dancing.
Look who's dancing.
Look, look, look who's dancing now.
I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still stand wait for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things. I just were downs before.
I'll never know what made it so exciting.
Why all at once my heart took flight. I only know when she began to dance with me. I could have danced and
I don't see television like that now.
They would do those numbers every week on that show. Every week, 24 weeks a year.
And she did Carol Burnett too, and they did some really fantastic numbers on that. But Polly could do anything. I mean, I don't think she had limitations. She was as grounded in the classics and in the great historical music that we all grew up, all of us of a certain age grew up on. She was very hip, but she was also very, very contemporary too. There wasn't anything old-fashioned about her. She never kept any of those gowns that you see. She didn't have any of those, although she did have one really beautiful blue sequined evening gown that she did keep. And every year she gave a really great party in New York on the West Coast. If you were out there on Academy Award night, the party to go to was Swifty Lazar's party.
Right.
But in New York, if you were lucky enough to get an invitation, and they were greatly coveted and cherished, you would go to Polly's. Polly had great Oscar parties. And I remember one year, and no press was allowed, but I was always invited. I mean, we were just good friends, you know, and she wanted me there. But I remember one Oscar night, I spent the whole night at Polly's apartment in her bed watching the Oscars with Lucille Ball on one side and Paul Newman on the other side. I spent the whole night in Polly's bed watching this, while through the room, in and out, and all through the party came Milton Berle dressed in Polly's blue evening gown, which she went into her closet and found without her permission or knowledge, and dressed himself in this evening gown and spent the whole evening during the Oscars like that. And those are memories that I associate with her. And when she died, I staged a special memorial service to Polly on Broadway at the American Airlines Theater. I think it's on 42nd Street.
Yes.
And we had a great evening, and I mean, it was star-studded. And Henry Mancini's wife, Jenny, told me that she had gone to she went to every memorial service every time somebody died, and including Sinatra's, and this was the best one she had ever been to. Everybody.
Yeah, Harry Belafonte, I remember that.
Harry Belafonte spoke. Polly played the first woman president of the United States in a picture called Kisses from My President, and her co-stars were Fred McMurray and Arlene Dahl, and Arlene Dahl was still alive at that point herself, and she spoke at this thing. And Chris Matthews came from Washington and spoke, because Polly was very political, and she would really hate what's going on now. Politically, she would have plenty to say about it, believe me. And at this thing, one of the people who broke me up was, remembering Polly's sense of humor, was the director John Waters, because Polly did a movie for John Waters at the end of her movie career. What was the name of that movie?
Pretty Baby.
Pretty Baby. Oh, Pretty Baby.
Cry Baby.
Cry Baby.
Cry Baby.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp was in it too.
Oh, right.
And the girl who was in this movie, in the middle of this filming, was arrested for cocaine. She had cocaine and she was arrested, and she completely lost it. She fell apart, and they had to hold up she couldn't go on, she couldn't work. And she held up the production for days, sobbing all the time, crying, because she was arrested. And John Waters went to Polly and said, she's holding up production, we can't afford this, we don't have any budget already to begin with. And so, would you say something? And Polly said, I'll talk to her. She went into the girls' dressing room, and she says, I can't go on, I can't say my lines, I can't go on with this because I'm under arrest, I'm going to be to jail. And Polly said, oh, honey, we've all been arrested. I've been arrested so many times. She said, don't worry, you'll survive. I did. The girl went right back to work. Typical, so typical of Polly. Are we going near the end now?
Yeah, we have a couple of Hollywood Palace.
Okay, well, shoot the Hollywood Palace things first, because I want you to, I'm anxious for you to see the number, the show-stopping number from Follies. So we're going to end with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where did she do Maine? Did she do the national tour? Or
No, she never did Maine.
Okay, because this Hollywood Palace clip shows what a great Maine she would have been.
Yeah,
she does the two big numbers.
She would have been great, but she never did Maine.
That's hard to believe.
What she did do, though, was company. She did the Elaine Stritch part in Florida, and she sang Elaine Stritch's big number, you know.
Ladies Who Lunch.
Ladies Who Lunch.
And she was a sensation.
Wow.
She really sang the hell out of that.
Well, here's a couple of clips from the Hollywood Palace. The first again with Bill Silvers. They did one special in 1960 that was just the two of them, called Just Polly and Me, and then 2 episodes of the Hollywood Palace. The next clip is the Hollywood Palace hosted by Mike Douglas, and she's great on that too. And then we'll come back and we'll see I'm Still Here. So that's what we got.
First, I have to. Are we going to break before that, or are we going to go right through?
Might as well go through it.
Okay, well then first...
Oh, no, we'll stop for, to introduce Polly's.
Okay.
Okay. JP, thanks. So just two clips now.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, definitely one of the nicest, assuredly one of the loveliest, and without a doubt, one of the most talented young ladies in the entire world of entertainment. With a great deal of delight, I present Miss Polly BERGEN.
That's the gown that Milk and Burl wore.
It's today. Though it may not be anyone's birthday, and though it's far from the first of the year, I know that this very minute has its story in it. Well, yeah. Now is the time for making merry. And so I'm making the grand up, dance your shoes off, strike the band up, it's today. Life can also be lived on a weekday, so don't depend on a holiday date. If you need New Year's to bubble, there's a double. And where's the thank you? You can't give life if you live life all the way. The band up, call the cops out, strike the band up, pull the stops out, hallelujah. It's Did he need a stronger hand? Did he need a lighter touch? Was I soft or was I tough? Did I give enough? Did I give too much? The moment that he needed me, did I ever turn away? Would I be there when he called? If he walked into my life today? Were his days a little long? Were his nights a little wild? Did I overstate my plan? Did I stress the man and forget the charm? Oh, there must have been a million things that my heart forgot to say. Would I think of one or two if he walked into my life today? Should I blame the times I pampered him, or blame the times I bossed him? What a shame I never really found the guy before I lost him. Where the years of middle fire was there too much of a crowd, all too lush and loud, and not enough of me? wrong way? Would I make the same mistakes if he walked into my life today? That guy I promised walked into my life.
Oh, pretty Polly. You're really something. You know, Polly, this is rather unique, our working together the way we do.
Well, unique in what way, Phil?
Well, you see, show business, as you know, is highly competitive. Here we are, two performers. We've appeared together many times on the stage, nightclubs, television. Not only are we still talking to each other, we're still very good friends.
Well, that's right.
You know, I think it's because we don't sing together. It's with those singing teams when things get a little tense. You remember those great singing teams in the early musicals and the films years ago? They must have been in 50 pictures together. They sang in canoes, waterfalls, on horseback, pogo sticks, always together. Those two people.
Well, but Phil, those people remain great friends.
Yeah, they were wonderful friends until the camera was turned on. Then it was guerrilla warfare. A fight to the finish for the camera. A fight for the close-up. Ah, sweet mystery of life, at last I found you. Ah, the longing, striving, singing, waiting, yearning.
No burning hopes, the idle tears, the joy of all.
For 'tis love, and the world seeking.
And 'tis love and love alone that can be gone.
Tis the answer, 'tis the end of life to me. For it is love and love Through 50 pictures that fight went on, but it was a draw. She got her share of the close-ups. Then they went on television, and he knocked her out of the box.
What do you mean?
The poor thing, she needed glasses, but she was very vain. She wouldn't wear glasses, so consequently, she never knew which camera was working. She never knew where the red light was. She never had a chance. I love you. Comes the April breeze, and I love echo the hills. Oh, goodness, I love the golden dawn of the and what's more, daffodils. It's spring again, birds on the wing again, sing to sing again. Oh, there they are, all now. I love you. That's the song of songs, and it all belongs to you and me. Actually, Polly, it was Polly, the bit's over.
Oh.
Poor kid, she never had a chance.
Oh, well, now look, Phil, that's movies and television, but what about the Broadway stage? I mean, a Broadway musical, there aren't any cameras to fight for.
Well, there's one thing you have to fight, and that's boredom. I remember a specific show, big hit on Broadway, ran over 3 years. And the leading man of the show, as well as the leading lady, both had magnificent voices, but he got bored doing the same show every night. And the night I saw the show, he wandered a bit, because there was a face in the front row that was familiar to him, and he couldn't quite place it. They say that falling in love is wonderful. It's wonderful.
say.
And with the moon above, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. So they tell me.
I can't recall who said it. I know I never read it.
I only know they tell me that love is crying.
This thing that's known as romance is wonderful, wonderful.
Peerless Hotel. Crazy house detective. It's nobody there.
Nobody.
You're a real pro, baby, besides being perhaps my best friend, my best girlfriend, you know. Polly is one of my baby's godmother, and her husband is my agent. He's the godfather. And so I tell you, Polly, the relationship between us is precious. It's not man and woman, it's friends. I know how beautiful you are, but that dims. I see you as a friend, not as a beautiful girl. Somebody I really respect and like so very much.
Yeah.
Because to have that kind of liking for a girl is a wonderful thing, you see? And after all, if you can't have a fraternal feeling,
We'll have Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner right after this commercial.
You know, there's a lovely girl who makes a lovely afternoon even lovelier whenever she appears on my show. She's here tonight, I'm delighted to say, the exciting Polly Bergen.
When in Spain, for reasons I don't explain, I remain in joy and a brew. Don't deplore my fondness for Thunderdore. You know how a Thunderdore can lead to a feud. And baby, when in Rome, I do as the Romans do. If perchance I'm saying farewell to France and romance drops in from the blue, shall I more? I beg of you, please endure my ticket of brief detour. But somebody please, it's just that when in Rome I do as the Romans do. And go from Italy, I like you prettily. Why think of me bitterly? You know that I'm true. Except now and then in Rome, I feel that I'm here in Rome. And naturally, when in Rome, I do as the Romans do. I ride happily, like the riders from Napoli. Don't cable me snappily. You tell me we're through. 'Cause once again in Rome, in somebody's den in Rome, well, pussycat, when in Rome, I do as the Romans. Disregard the signs and the omens. When in Rome, I do as the I knew my true love was true. I, of course, replied something deep inside cannot be denied. They said someday we'll find all who love are blind. When your heart's on fire, you must realize smoke gets in your eyes. So I just and gave it back to safely cut out my love. Yet today my love has flown away. I am without my love. Now laughing friends deride tears I cannot hide. So I smile and say, when a lovely flame dies, smoke gets in your
Polly, you're a remarkable girl. You're a wonderful singer, you're a wonderful actress, and now you're a cosmetics manufacturer. How's the turtle oil business coming along?
It's terrific, Mike. No, it really is. You know, we are selling so much face cream and eyeshadow and lipstick, and besides that, we have a great line for women.
All kidding aside, Polly, I know that millions of girls are using your cosmetics. But do you make anything that I could use?
Oh, Mike, you don't need a thing. For goodness sake. No, you have too much already. For goodness sake, you're the idol of every housewife.
Yeah, but what about a few years from now, Polly? I gotta look ahead. When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now, will you still be sending me a Valentine?
A birthday greeting, a bottle of wine.
If I'd been out till 2:45, would you lock the door? Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Honestly, Mike, you have nothing to worry about.
Really, Polly?
Guaranteed income, house with a view, doctors and nurses, surgery too.
Everything paid for, and it comes true when we're 65.
10, 20, 30, then we're 40, wait till we're 65.
No need to hurry, not a worry left but to be alive. Not another premium to pay.
All we gotta do now is play and play. 6 years, 7, then to heaven.
Me first the record. record show.
I get the pension, not to mention Blue Cross until he goes. If you ever thought you had fun at 21, wait till you're 65.
Hop, skip to 40.
Jump to 50, wait till we're 65. Ate up and grinning, just beginning now to become alive.
If the children never mature, what the heck the bonds will sow, we're secure.
Safe from disaster, no one has to take care of Mom and Pa.
All brown and rosy, living cozy down there in Tampa, Florida.
If you feel like Catherine the Great at 28, wait till you're 65.
We'll be back along with Great Britain's most popular folk singer, Donovan, and Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66, and lots more in the Hollywood Palace.
So take us to the Tony Awards, 2001.
In 2001, they did a revival on Broadway of Follies. It was a very big, it was a star-studded Follies. And I told Polly that she should go up for the Carlotta role because it had the big show-stopping song. It was not one of the leading roles, but it did have the most popular song. And I said, you should do this. She says, they won't see me. Nobody wants to see me about this. I can't get an audition. I said, why don't you just call Stephen Sondheim? And she says, well, I don't know his number. I said, just a minute, I'll get it to you. And I got Stephen Sondheim's phone number. I gave it to her. She called Stephen Sondheim. She lived in Connecticut by that time near me, and Stephen Sondheim lived in the same town. So I drove her over to Stephen Sondheim's house, let her out of the car. She went into the house. Stephen Sondheim greeted her. She told him, I'm the only person who should do this part. I'm right for this part. Nobody will see me. I can't get an audition. He says, sing a few bars of the song. She sang a few bars. He said, you're hired. And that was her last big hurrah on Broadway. And all of the people in it, Blythe Danner and Gregory Harrison and Treat Williams and Marge Champion, everybody who was in that, Polly was the only person in the cast who was nominated for a Tony Award. And I went with her to the Tonys, and I have pictures somewhere of us at the Tonys. Anyway, we went to the Tony Awards, and unfortunately it was the year of the producers. Whoa. So the producers swept the Tonys, and the Best Supporting Actress at the Tonys was not won by Polly, but before she got up to go up to the stage, right behind us were seated Mel Brooks and Anne Bancroft. And before Polly got up and walked up to the stage to do her big number, Mel Brooks leaned over and said, and even though his girl was nominated and did eventually win, he said to Polly, I hope you win. So she did have one last great hurrah on the Tony Awards. Fortunately, it was preserved forever. We're going to show it to them right now.
Of course,
right?
yeah. This will be our grand finale, the 11 o'clock number.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Good evening. I'm so thrilled to be here, and especially since having done a few musicals of my own, I get to present the Tony tonight for the best revival of a musical. And you've already seen the tap dancing title number from this year's first nominee for best revival of a musical, 42nd Street. But let me now Stephen Sondheim's Follies. It is 1971, and Broadway's crumbling Wiseman Theater, once the glittering home in the 1920s and 30s of the fabled Wiseman Follies, is about to be torn down. Now the Follies girls return, both as youthful ghosts from the past and as aging showgirls back for a last reunion. Among them is Carlotta Campione, as played by magnificent Polly BERGEN.
I know when things are over, time moves on.
Black sable one day, next day it goes into hock. But I'm here, top billing Monday, Tuesday you're touring in stock. But I'm here, first you're another slow-eyed vamp, then someone's mother, then your camp, then you career from career to career. I'm almost through my memoirs, and I'm here. Good times and bum times, I've seen them all, and my dear, I'm still here. Flesh velvet sometimes, sometimes just pretzels and beer. But I'm here. I run the gamut, three cheers and damn it, Saturday. I got through all of last year, and I'm here. Lord knows at least I was there, and I'm here. Look who's here. I'm scared.
Polly BERGEN, you're not forgotten.